Well, first opened back in 1975. There's a look in Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. On play action, Winston. They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Saints at 3-7 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Play fake. Winston. Rolling to his right. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Saints. Michael Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set
at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
From the 31, Corral. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Corral sets up play action.
That is caught by Anderson.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Off the play fake. Here's Corral.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing, offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Corral sets up play action.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers have cut it back within a score.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And the throw here, that's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Yetur Gross-Matos
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Here's Corral on first down.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wow. Under pressure, they got him again. Cameron Jordan, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Off the play fake, Winston. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Point after here coming up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw there taken in by Smith.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action. Winston.
A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Winston's throw complete there to Smith.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. To the air again with Winston.
A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hook.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great play there in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half.
What's good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before the half for Corral. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play action here, Corral. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Going for it on fourth down, Corral. This pass finds McCaffrey going across the middle. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
First down, Corral.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
First down, it's Corral. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
And it's picked up by the Panthers. And it'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Here we go on 4th down. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there, with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Winston.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 2nd and 10, Winston.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Winston to give, it's Kamara.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Working out of the gun, Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Jameis now on 1st down. This is Smith with a grab.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Olave over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
On play action, Winston. Sliding out of the pocket. And Winston lost the football.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Winston now.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jarrett Davis able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The kick by Lutz is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to pour one over his head as this game progresses.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
To throw it. And this one too low.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And some room to maneuver.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. That caught by Tremble. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Corral.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left.
On 3rd and 1, Corral.
And this is caught. He hits more. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Back to throw, Corral.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Panthers put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jameis to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Kamara up the middle. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
This one taken in by Olave. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to win the football game. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Back to throw, Corral.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here knowing that they let a win slip.